I was quite exuberant and unwise as a young man. I did many things that I am not proud of when I sit back today and look in retrospection. Yes, I was young, half literate, superstitious, and naive. Today, I know that I would have acted differently if I had the knowledge and wisdom that I have today. Out of all the unwise things that I did, the one that I feel most ashamed of today was when I threatened to hurt an old innocent woman just because she had appeared in my dream. This is a true life story, and I am sharing it to educate someone about the lack of wisdom in accusing vulnerable people of witchcraft without an iota of evidence. Many old people are wrongly accused of witchcraft in our society today by false prophets and superstitious young people. After listening to my experience, you will realize how foolish I was. Anne was my great aunt, my grandfather's sister. She was a kind old woman who gathered us, her young relatives, around her every day to share with us her hundreds of stories. The stories were her lived experience. She usually roasted fresh maize and gave us to eat one after the other. She couldn't join us in eating the roasted maize because she had no single tooth left. All her teeth had fallen out of her mouth due to old age. And it was kind, friendly, and fun to be with. She loved us like we were her own children. Nature had denied her a child of her own, but she wasn't bitter. If she was, she didn't show it. She treated us like we were her own grandchildren. She was at least 100-year-old. One night, after listening to ghosts and witches' stories told by an aunt, I went to bed with the story still ringing in my head. That night, around 12 midnight, I had a frightening nightmare. In my dream, Anna appeared without her characteristic walking stick. She seemed different and stronger in my dream. She looked me straight in the eye in a strange way. Then she marched towards me and laid on my body. The weight I felt was as if at least 20 bags of cement sat on me. I tried to escape but couldn't do it. I attempted screaming, but my voice produced no sound. After a few minutes of this nightmare, which seemed like forever, I woke up sweating profusely. I was thoroughly frightened. I felt like Annie was right inside my room. Suddenly, I had become afraid of her. I had goosebumps all over me. In those days, there was no electricity in my village. Everywhere was pitch dark at night, except when the moon smiled on us. This night had no moonlight, no handset or power bank, no electricity, only a kerosene lantern which was under the bed. I reached for the lamp and turned it on. The light revealed that my door was locked and I was the only one in the room. After about an hour, I slept off again, only to experience the same nightmare all over again. I resolved that night that I would confront Anne the next morning over the nightmare that I had. The next morning, as early as 6 a.m., I picked up a machete and went to knock on her door. She greeted me warmly, even though she was obviously curious as to why I had visited her so early in the morning. "Look, Anne," I told her, brandishing the cutlass. "Any day I see you in my dream again, I will cut off your head, you childless witch." I left her weeping. My father and uncle later summoned me to a meeting after she had reported my disrespectful and threatening behavior to them. "Look here, my son," my father said. You must have heard many stories about witches before going to bed. Old people are not witches and wizards seeking to cause you harm. We all pray to grow old. When we become old, we do not automatically become witches and wizards. We do not want to be wrongly accused of witchcraft just because we grew old. Old age is a blessing, not a curse. Old people may not look athletic and beautiful like they were before because age has made their bodies to depreciate. But they are full of wisdom and knowledge. Dreams are usually our minds playing tricks on us by replaying the things we fear or the things we thought about or heard while awake. My uncle asked me if I had heard stories of ghosts or witches before going to bed. I confessed that an aunt had told us frightening stories of how birds and cats were used by old people who were witches and wizards. There you have your answer, my uncle said. You now know the source of your dream. I was taken to Ene where I apologized for my disrespectful behavior. But I can never say if she really forgave me or if she forgot all about the episode. I also learned a lesson from my experience. Never accuse anyone of witchcraft without evidence. Dreams and nightmares are our minds playing tricks on us. Old people should be respected and protected, not accused without any evidence, just because they are weak and vulnerable. Did you enjoy the story? If you did, like it and share with someone. And don't forget to subscribe to Idago Story channel on YouTube and follow our social media page for more interesting stories. Bye.